Hello, welcome to another Heritage auction recap. This is the February 2016 auction recap at Heritage, and I had queued up about 30 books for your viewing pleasure. First up is All-Star 8, First Wonder Woman, a 1.0. The cover is completely detached and split, almost $12,000. I can't say if this is cheap or expensive because there's not a heck of a lot of copies like this to compare, but congrats to the winners. Next up, a Batman 1 2.0 slightly brittle page, but it's unrestored. Over $31,000. Oh my. Nice copy, okay? This piece missing here and look like a little piece there, but still 31,000. That's a strong price. Next is a restore copy CBCS, sold for 15,000, about half of the other copy. Oh boy, let's take a look. Let's take a closer look. Let's see. Hopefully the image will show up sometime. My computer has some issues today, and this is why I don't have the close-up today. It does not work for some reason. My apology. So we're not going to be able to get any close-up shot of the scans. I should have rebooted my computer before I started this video. But next up, you have Captain America 1, a restore copy, 3.0, $25,000. I think that's a good price. By good, I mean strong price. Wow. For a restore copy, that's a pretty good price, I think. Beautiful book. Here come the Big Daddy. Big Daddy-O, Detective Comics 27. Oh, my dream book. My holy of holy grail. Beyond my reach, for sure. Even for a restore, extensive amateur restore. 167,300. Whew. Yowza. Oh boy. Beautiful though. Beautiful color on that one. Nicely restored. Let's see what's next. Ooh, a restore Detective 29. I like Detective 29. This one look not so clean. The white part of the cover is pretty dirty and stained. Yet it's almost $18,000. Almost 18,000. Wow. For an extensive restore copy. There you go. For those that think that restore copies are trash, somebody is happy with $18,000. And then you have a restore Detective 31. Look at this one. Almost 15,000. Ooh. Oh boy. Is Mary entering? But then 15,000. Yikes. But even then, I think that's a decent price. I don't think 15,000 is expensive. You know, I'm sure other pre-Robin detective collectors will shine in to let me know if I'm wrong, but I think that's a cheap price for that book, even for a restore copy. And then you have another restore. Seems like there's a whole lot of restore pre-Robin detective in this auction. 33, a more underappreciated book in my opinion, being the original Batman. Once again, around just over 15,000. Not bad. Actually, I think that's actually a good price compared to the Detective 31. I think that Detective 31 went for cheap, in my opinion. Here you have an unrestored 35, one of my favorite. In fact, I like this cover even more than 31. Yes, even more than 31. I just love the green. It's an awesome Batman in action. Beautiful green. 19,000 for 2.0. Oh yeah. Almost $10,000 per point. Nice. But I don't think, for those that collect Golden Age books and big books, often dealers will quote you based on point. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. I don't think it can be applied sweeping across all the books. For example, for this book, if you have a 4.0, I don't think you can be asking for $38,000. I don't think a 4.0 will go anywhere near that high, so you can't really go with something like $10,000 per point. But that's just my opinion. Unrestore Superman 1. Look like it's water damage, and then there's a big chunk missing on the bottom right. Still 83,650. Too rich for my blood. Oh boy, let's look at the red. Oh, it let me see the red. Nope. Darn it. Wow. 83,000 for a copy. That has some water damage and a chunk missing. 2.0. Here's a big one. I think this is the biggest, highest price book in this auction. It's actually made the news. I saw this this afternoon on the evening news. Amazing Fantasy 9.4. The funny thing was, in the news, they actually used the wrong copy. They show a picture of a 7.0 and talking about $454,000. And it's like, it's not a 7.0. A 7.0 would not even fetch 100,000, let alone 400 plus thousand. So whoever it was that put the clips together for the news was an idiot. But I believe in the news, it mentioned that the owner of this book bought it for $1,200 many years ago. So what a return! $1,200 turned into $454,000. Whew. A pretty copy. The only knock on this book is the slight browning and yellowing and tanning of the edges. Okay, as you can see here on the edge, even the left side, a little bit. Still, who would complain, right? Nobody would pick that book out of bed. And then you have a 7.0 copy. This was the one that they show on the news. $43,000 with a little marble chipping, just a little, not bad. You see some tears here, but still, 43,000. That's a strong price. I think. I could be wrong. Here's a freak of nature. Not something I see often. Spider-Man 14, 9.6, almost 18,000. Oh boy, beautiful book, white page, so bright. Too bad I can't zoom in to show you the beauty of it, so my apology. Once again, because if I could, I would have zoomed in almost every single book that I've shown so far, because you know me, I like the close-up look to wipe the drools off my face. And then you have Avengers 1, 9.4, 98,587. Almost cracked the 100K. This might be, I think this is a very strong price. I see 9.6, 9.8 copies go for excess of 100,000, but I think this might be one of the higher prices for a 9.4. 98,000 for and just one. Wow. For 9.6, 16,730. That's a nice copy. Usually, with the white background like that, often it's yellow and tan and brown and yucky. Somebody asked me to report on this book, so here it is. Brave and the Bold 28. Justice League. Wow, Savannah Pedigree 8.0, 19,000. I wonder if this is a record. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There's no record of what it was sold for before. I'm pretty sure it was sold on Heritage before. I was hoping to see the previous auction, but I guess I was wrong. A Freak of Nature, Old Label Goodness. Captain Marvel, #1. Beautiful, gorgeous. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in because if I zoom in, you would hear me complain that this book had too many flaws for a 9.8 to dispel the old label goodness stuff. But still, 35.85. And then you have a Daredevil 1. Oh, this is a beauty of a copy. Look at that, so white. 9.6, 22,705. Gosh, that's a nice looking. That's so bright. Gorgeous copy. But I do have some issue. I did have a close-up look at this book before. I'm not sure I call it a 9.6. Not sure. I don't agree with the grade. Fantastic Four #1, 8.0 with some yellowing and tanning on the left side. You know me, not my liking here, but it's 31,000. A nicer copy. This is the one. Oh my lord. I take this copy any day. 5.0. Look at how beautiful it is. Who would not want that? I don't even mind the long sub-crease down the middle of the cover, right? You can see it without even the close-up. You can see it. The crease went all the way like this. So for those that are curious to see what happened to a book that have a sub-crease, here is a perfect example of basically the maximum grade you can get for a book with a sub-crease. You see that? 5.0. A beauty. A beauty. 7,170. Okay? I have been asked this question many times. I have a sub-crease. What's the grade of the book? There you go. 5.0. Can't be higher. I have never seen a book with a sub-crease higher than a 5.0. If anybody have a better example of something higher, let me know. But here's a book on my wish list, of my 2016 wish list, but I don't wish for this grade. 9.2 white page, what a beauty. 19,000. I would settle for something 10% of the price. I wouldn't mind paying maybe 200. What can I get for 200 for this book, huh? Yeah, but I'm not paying $19,000 for that. Yowza. Good lord. A beauty indeed on my wish list. Probably the toughest book for me to chase down this year if I can. There's a couple of beautiful high-grade Fantastic Four, and here's one of them. Fantastic Four 45, 9.8. White page, 35,850. Oh boy, what a beauty. And then you have 49, issue 49, also white page, 44,215. Oh boy, some people just have too much money. How about this one, issue 50? another white page. Bunch of freak of nature. 35,850. What a beautiful, beautiful. Just love that cover. And then for those that know my top 10 wish list for 2016, there's another book coming up, but after this one. Issue 52, another white page. Goodness. 83,650. Let me say that again. 83,650. Woo! Take my breath away. Here we go. This is the one. This book is on my top 10 wish list of 2016. And once again, I cannot pay this. I cannot pay $13,145 for this book. I'm willing to pay $130, up to $130 for a copy. But I think $130 will get me a really nice copy. You know, might not be a 9.8, but I think with the $130, I'm pretty sure I can get a decent 8.0-ish, I think. Let's see what's next. Hulk 1. Good Lord, this is a beautiful book. Hulk 1, 7.5, off-white to white. A beautiful, beautiful book. No Marvel chipping. 43,000. Oh my God. Incredible. You know, I had done this recap for almost a year now, I would say, and it still take my breath away when I see books that go for this type of prices. I gotta include Hulk 181 white page. This one is beautifully centered. Okay, a lot of times Hulk 181 are not perfectly centered, but this one is a beautiful copy, gorgeous, and the price $13,145 is a very strong price, So somebody really wanted this book. This is a really good price for this book. Maybe not a record, but if you, from my recollection, going back the last 3 or 4 years, this is a really high price for this book. Maybe because it's white page as well as perfectly centered. Someone asked me to include a Flash showcase for first appearance of the Flash. Look at this beautiful 6.0, 27,485. Oh my. Even then, I think that's not crazy for such a significant book of the Silver Age. 27,485. You don't see a 6.0 often for this book. Okay, tough book to find in this grade. Last but not least, Tale of Suspense 39, white page. There are so many white page Silver Age books in this auction. Insane. And look at the price, 43,000. Woo! For 9.2. And that's it. I'm out of books and out of breath. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this auction recap, and I will do a separate recap for the original art portion tomorrow. Bye bye.